Welcome. So I'm going to do a reading about, I called it Matters of the Heart. We're going to look at stuff about, their feelings and, what shows up for you in love and all of that. It's going to be just like one general reading. I guess you could say collective. So take some, leave some, of course. I'm going to start right away. I'm going to pull out of the deck that I only, for which I only read the cards upright. It's a choice. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm filming from my phone. I'm not really going to be able to see if you're chatting me. Unfortunately, I didn't set up the computer. Last time I did that, the live crashed. So I said, no way, I'm not doing that twice. Still not familiar with the technicalities of live streaming. So, how's the beginning of the year for you guys? Have you been sticking to your resolutions? I wish people were like, you guys are here, but sometimes I wish I could really connect. So I'll get the hang of it and eventually I'll get the chat going. But let's get the reading off started. We're going to start with an overall energy. Like the one basic card that will drive the rest. The Empress. That's super amazing. It feels like today's a really good day. Specifically today, that's my intuition. I think that you're feeling good about yourself, you're feeling lovable, you're feeling really, really, really gorgeous. You're feeling it, you're feeling yourself. I think there are things that you want to do, you want to reach out, you want to call some friends, you probably have already. It's the evening here for me. I don't know where you are in the world, but definitely with this kind of energy, you've got your posse around. People will most likely reach out to you actually more than anything because it's the Empress vibe, right? People actually are drawn to her. You could be pampering yourself, etc., etc. But in terms of love, since we're on the matters of the heart here, matters of the heart are on your brain. So I'm actually going to move to an oracle. I'm really curious to see here. This oracle is strongly tied to astrology, so it has the houses, the planets. It does have seasons. It has a few also keywords, so I'm just curious to see what attaches to the Empress energy for today. What kind of vibe really are we looking at? I have the sky and I have happiness. So sky is the limit when it comes to your happiness. Today is really a good day. Just like the song. I think with the sky, for me, there's a lot of thoughts that you've been putting in, most likely towards a lot of people because it's the Empress. So I think you've been thinking about your whole network. But I also think that there would be one particular person on your minds, someone that you love more than or specifically romantically. And I also feel that it would be someone that you wish would love you back the same, right? Not to say that they don't, but those are specifically your thoughts on the matter. Wondering if it's reciprocal, just how much they love you, really wanting for them to reach out to you, shower you with love. For you, this is the definition of happiness. This is exactly what makes you the most happy. Incredible energy so far, guys. So I'm going to move to a major arcana. This is a deck that only has major arcanas. I would like to see who partners with the Empress. So specifically looking at that particular person that she is thinking. I'm using the pronoun she, but obviously it's you, whether you're male or female. So let's see who is the object of your desire, your love, your thoughts. Whoever's here, thank you for showing up. I'm not looking at the chat, but I guess I can see that there's definitely, I think there's at least one person. I'm not wearing my glasses. So I'm not shy to let you know that I can't really connect right now using chat, but know that I'm here energy wise. So cards fell, but they didn't turn, and I didn't want 3, so I'm going to put them back. I really want to see that one person. So you know what? Let me go grab that person. Let me go and pick the card myself. We're looking at the Wheel of Fortune. So this is Jupiter. This is most likely a Sagittarius. Could be a Pisces, but the real energy here is Sag. Someone that's happy-go-lucky. Someone that really, really, really loves action, that loves to get going, that loves to move. Someone that's intrepid. What's really amazing is it's a great vibe to have, because in astrology the 2 benefics are Venus and Jupiter. So this particular combination is definitely what you would call happiness. Definitely. The other thing that I'm sensing on this Wheel of Fortune in terms of this partner, they are eager for your love, but they're hard to catch. So I believe that they are particularly busy at the moment. They have things, they have the ball rolling, so they don't want to stop that momentum. They just really enjoy like the gravitas that it's bringing them. I think that they are sensing that there's something pivotal for them that needs to happen. Again, linked to their own happiness as well. And both of you, you as a couple, you know, your happiness as a couple. So let me draw, let me go to a regular tarot deck and really pull out of, both upright and reverse cards here. Let's see what is really happening between the 2 of you, how things unfold, how you guys are meshing, etc., etc. So let's look at like what's cooking, like what's really happening. Besides the fact that I feel that in this scenario, quote unquote, the Empress is sitting down, so she's somewhat waiting. She's in a definitely more passive state versus the person who's the road runner here. Meep meep. I haven't watched the road runner in so long. I've always liked it. So let's see what is happening besides the fact that you're kind of apart, the fact that you're kind of doing your own thing separately at the moment. I will have to put on my glasses. Okay. I have the King of Wands in the reverse, the Eight of Cups in the reverse, and Judgment. It's a strange feeling here on the Judgment, but for me, it's this particular king is watching two people burn at the stake. And we have the king right here, and he's the fire one, the fiery one. So he's the one igniting this situation. He's the one putting a lot of heat on someone, or specifically, sorry, two people. It could be you as a couple. Somehow there's heat being, no, it's really pressure, like a form of pressure cooker kind of energy. So either it's an energy and it's not a person per se. It could be a person, definitely. I kind of think it is, because we have that King of Wands showing up at the same time. But let's say it's just an energy. There's something that you guys did or are not doing that requires, that is being scrutinized. And there's something that is being, I guess, judged. But literally assessed as well, right? And the vibe here is a bit of pressure and a bit of, I don't know, insistence, maybe something feeling insistent, someone feeling insistent. Someone pushing for something as well. So I'm not sure exactly who's pushing on who, because it could go many ways here. You can make it fit. One of the reasons, the motivation for that pressure is somebody is actually not able to walk away. Somebody's actually maybe waiting for a particular, how do you say, sentence? I'm hearing at the drop of a hat. So it doesn't really apply here, because I think the saying means something else specifically. But again, there's a little bit of an urgency, a little bit of I guess it's the person that is very, that has the ball rolling. They know that they can't have a single moment of inaction. It would definitely kill the momentum. So there's something about either putting in the grind by sticking to it, which could also point to the ambition that we see here on this King of Wands in the reverse. So whether it's healthy or not, it's still ambition driven. And there's something very important that needs to fall into place at the drop of a hat, something like that. look at what's in the shadows, specifically regarding this judgment, this sentence, this form of pressure, and I guess it feels like a response. I'm not yet too sure how it ties in terms of matters of the heart here, especially if you're the Empress. Eventually it'll come out for me, but I need to draw some more, get to the heart of the matter. Let me pull. I know more than you think. Get out. Okay. So let's elaborate a couple scenarios. Let's do. Maybe this is the king, this particular king who's sort of in who's putting that form of pressure, whether it's energetically, right, but who's definitely lighting that fire under someone's ASS here. Maybe you as a couple. But let's not say that it's targeted this way either. It doesn't feel very positive to look at it this way. But there's definitely someone that's very well informed, specifically when it comes to that sentence, when it comes to that decision, when it comes to that response, that I feel more and more now as it's building up is quite needed. And I feel that it's needed by this Empress. So we have a situation here where there could be someone external to you as a couple, between you, you're the Empress, let's say, and this Jupiterian, Sagittarian character. But it could also be that this, I believe now, I'm sort of leaning more now on the side that the fiery one, the Jupiterian one, is actually this King of Wands. The one that has the ball rolling for himself, that is looking to, I want to say, since the ball is rolling, he wants to enroll you as an Empress. Have you participate in this particular endeavor, which leads to happiness again, but I believe it's something very concrete here. And it has a lot to do with what is known, but that is not said that is known, something like that. Let's keep pulling tarot. The Fool in the reverse. Why isn't someone going for it? You know, maybe the more the pressure, the less someone wants to jump, the less someone wants to actually take that leap. Specifically because, so either if it's the King of Wands being asked to leap, he really doesn't want anyone to tell him what to do, for one. And then if it's the Empress that is being sort of pressured, whether nicely or not, and for the good reasons, meaning if there's happiness to be found, she's still the Empress. She's chill. She doesn't want to feel pressured. She wants to like ease into things, and she wants things to move naturally. I mean, with the Wheel of Fortune here, it feels like going with the current, because the current will just take you, and you need to go with that flow no matter what. Someone is extremely resistant, and I feel that the person is actually strong, has a very, is actually really able to resist here. Someone is actually succeeding in resisting. So I'm going to draw again out of that oracle where I pulled the sky and happiness. I want to see specifically on the Fool in the reverse. If there's anything more specific about the resistance and or the judgment, because it feels like it could be a resistance to give that response. I'm hearing again at the drop of a hat. And I'm not too sure why it comes back. We'll see. So let's pull here on that Fool in the reverse, on that resistance. I'll go get the card. Get that, it's Jupiter. So, you know what? The person who's truly resisting, things are flipping here, and I enjoy that. I don't mind tweaking the message because it's developing. I feel like the Empress is chill. She wants movement, but she's willing to let it flow. And she feels and sits comfortably because she knows more than you think. Or than this Sagittarian thinks. On the flip side, whoever is like very busy and succeeding very well, mainly focus on their biggest and bigger ambitions, is resisting having to probably decide on something or respond to something or finalize something, let's say, in regards to this Empress, in terms of the relationship. So the most resistant is actually the one that is actually in movement, which is really strange because you would think that the person in movement is the one going with the flow. But it's not the case. It feels like either they're just on their grind, but it's just not being, it's not aligning with the couple or the direction the couple wants to take here. But either way, there's something very happy. There's something with happiness in Jupiter here. There's something very, I hate to say lucky on Jupiter, but I will use it this time. Something feels right no matter what the situation is, and I enjoy that. It's almost like telling you it can't go wrong. Even if you're doing something that is feels resistant or feels like maybe selfish even in the moment about being on your grind. It's most likely because whoever's on their grind, this King of Wands here, is actually making it big, or focusing on making it big. Real big. Big, big, big. The one thing this King of Wands is, though, is quite cautious. He's not willing to risk it all. So even if he's in the Wheel of Fortune energy, very, feeling very lucky, thank God he's smart enough to not risk it all. He's not going to go and make rash decisions here. You know, it's funny because really the heart of the matter in this equation is this judgment. This is, for me, at the moment on the table, even if we have amazing cards here, this becomes like the particular pivot or key, or this is the main card here for me, the game changer. Let's pull some more tarot. Whoever's here, thank you so much that you're still here. So, many cards. What are they? We have the Knight of Wands. The Tower is in the reverse. The Knight of Wands was in the reverse. The Four of Cups is in the reverse. The Three of Cups in the reverse. And the Queen of Swords. I'm hearing, Houston, we have a problem. So it feels like there's been a situation that is sort of the energy for me here is because of the Tower in the reverse, it's a situation that was averted, or that when it blew up contained. So it didn't have a chance to deflagrate. Is that how you say? When it really blows up and it really creates a lot of damages. It's not the case here. Something was contained. The issue here mainly is someone is very detached. Someone is also very skittish. Someone plays it, downplays their feelings. And someone is also, again, resistant to engaging. And all of these reasons are the reasons why this is either being contained or has sort of exploded or broken down. It's not a comfortable energy because all of this energy points back to me to the Air card with the Queen of Swords. So there's something that could have happened virtually, meaning on the net, could have happened maybe even in your thoughts, like the way you anticipated or projected something, the way you envisioned it, the way you thought it would go, or the way that you think about it once it's occurred. Place it as you want. But the main, I feel that the worst thing here is not being able to stick around, to follow through. Like someone that they pass through your life as a breeze. Like you feel the caress, but it dissipates and they disappear right away. It feels similar to this resistance. It's just slightly different. It has a little bit of there's more fear on this one. There's a lot more fear in this equation. I'm not sure if it's a past event. It could be. I think it ties in. Let me see how I would like to tell you how it ties in. I'd like to think about it. We have yet another character here. So we're almost looking at a situation where four people are involved, but it doesn't have to be. It's either 3 or 4 at this point. But it's already too many. That's what I'm hearing. It could be a situation that occurred or that is occurring in the realm of what this King of Wands is actually trying to achieve. In the sense that in his work, in his endeavors, this is a situation that he's looking to contain, or that he has contained, or that he needs to contain. Again, related to who knows what in terms of information, the way someone is thinking about something. Could even go as far as how someone is communicating about something. It feels separate to the couple. It does. It feels very remote, actually. It feels like something that he has to tackle on his own. Because this person feels isolated. This person feels lonely, or having to deal with it alone. Specifically, it's a strange side, like it's like a curveball here. Let's get back to the Judgment. You know, for the card to come out here, I know more than than you think. There is a form of judgment in what people think. So it could be a judgment that this character, her view on things, him or her. It could be as well the King of Wands thoughts. Just as much as it could be this Empress, the way she perceives things. So I just want to point out something that there's somebody very. I'm going to come back on the thread here, just to really clarify what I'm seeing. Someone is very comfortable, maybe even in their home. Someone really is enjoying what life is bringing. They feel content and happy. Someone else is very busy, the person that they interact with, specifically focused on their ambitions and all of their realizations, all of their achievements have become like crucial. There's somebody in the sidelines, on the sidelines, however you put it or say it. Someone that didn't get to meet or spend time with. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. With either the King of Wands or even this Empress. But this person is edgy. This person is fiery. This person is has a very strong temper. So they look, or they manage to stay relatively composed, but they are boiling inside. And that person needs to be contained, or the situation with this person needs to be contained. Or if it's not in that way, if I was to put it differently, this person is being sort of, how do we say, curtailed? Let me pull one card on that just to see why. Just the why of that. Besides the fact that there's a lot of, there's something that has happened or will happen. Either that broke down or shouldn't broke down or has to break down, either way. So what is the why of this situation or this person showing up? It's the Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's love. It's about not having reciprocal love, not feeling loved, not being loved, feeling left out, feeling drained as well. It doesn't have to be a woman, even if it's the Queen of Swords. I do sense a very masculine energy on this person because of the Knight of Wands and the Tower, both in the reverse. But let's get back to the Judgment. I'm curious. I'm curious to explore why if there's such an opportunity for happiness that is so big, besides the fact that there are a lot of really good things happening here for this King of Wands that he really can't lose momentum on. He can't afford that, but why is he resistant, or why is there resistance when there's actually movement? Full-blown contradiction here. I'm gonna pull one card. I'm gonna go for one card. The Magician. Because things are still in flux, but things are clearly shaping. Like clearly shaping. I have to say there's a huge emphasis on this sky and air element energy in this reading. Because of the Magician here, Mercury, because of the fact that even happiness is something that you can't really seize, like you can't hold it. You can feel it. That's why the Empress is there, because it's feeling based. So there's a strong emphasis on the virtual, on the everything that is on the net, because of the air elements, everything that is in your thoughts, the way that you imagine them as well, how you imagine things to be. It's funny now because it feels like this King of Wands, well, for me it was this king, right? This particular character is this King of Wands. Very fiery. But I sense that he's also this Magician. character is extremely complex because he carries within King of Wands in the reverse, Fool in the reverse, and Magician energies. He's both young, he's mature, and he's very experienced and masterful. So he's got like levels to him. He's most likely now the one who knows more than you think because of the mercurial energy. Definitely very, very connected. It's very enigmatic to have incredible energies that they promise a lot, right? But everything, maybe that's it. It's like, it's still a promise. It's still like, yeah, maybe maybe it was really a promise, something that was said. And so maybe the resistance is because you see how it's linked to the judgment. Like the judgment becomes a promise. And the Fool here would be acting on the promise, which is a hard thing to do here for this King of Wands, for this Magician. So I just want to go back on something that I've said about the pressure that I feel, right? The fact that there's somebody's under fire, or someone is someone is sort of being pressured or being there's a multitude of ways to see this now. There's more than one person being pressured. I feel that the only one who's maybe pressured but who's reacting the best here is the Empress. So maybe she's feeling the pressure, but she's not phased by it. She stays in her groove. There are other energies where ambition is really so strong that it does create pressure, and at the same time it creates resistance. The impression of driving with the brakes on, knowing that if you drive too fast you'll crash. This energy. Knight of Wands in the reverse with the Tower in the reverse. Yet you can't lose momentum. So this is a very complex situation, because this couple, if you're the Empress or the King of Wands, you're not really functioning as a unit. Yet there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on, like sort of on the intellectual level, or maybe spiritual level, however you wish to see that, but it's in the ether. The sky here is really, really important. The cloud. Yet, there's something that occupies most likely this King of Wands in terms of what he has to do. It feels like it distracts him. It feels that it occupies him. Maybe it is creating the resistance. It's not just his grind. It could be that he's makes him stall. Whatever that thing is that he has to contain is stalling him. But he is stalled anyway, because he just won't budge, and he just doesn't want to risk anything. So this is twofold. He doesn't want to risk something in terms of his momentum for his success, and ultimately is happiness, because those are very linked, closely linked. But yet the happiness also pertains to this relationship with this Empress. And you know, like I told you, there were a couple characters, that's more than a couple, but now even with the Magician, there's more and more people showing up. So yes, you can read them as energies. You could you know, say that it's just an energy and either an action or inaction here, but it's not really just the case. I think it's also there's a particular person that is well versed in many activities. It feels like a counselor, although it's not the Hierophant, but it's still like a counselor, energy, advisor. So I would like, I'm trying to open the meanings here so that you would have different viewpoints so you can relate to this reading. And yet, I'm almost tempted to say that there's a specific story that I'm a little bit, that I'm wondering if I'm really going to speak here. I guess I should, right? That's what I'm here for. So it feels like this Empress is actually, although I'm gonna seem like I'm contradicting myself, this Empress is actually the King of Wands, or the King of Wands is actually this Empress. There's a Magician energy, Fool energy, and then there's a Queen of Swords, Nine of Wands energy. Sorry, Knight of Wands energy. So there's three people really. Some people, some people. So this is the Empress, King of Wands. There are two people fighting for the crown. I believe that everybody knows more than what they let on. Everybody in this equation, literally. I think that the situation with the Queen of Swords has been contained. The cards are in the reverse. The love is gone with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. The situation is dry. Yet it is still impacting somewhat someone's grind. And at the same time, it's a choice because somebody is not wanting to leap. And it's independent of what has happened. And a lot of it has happened virtually and in the 5D as well. A lot of it is in the realms of the thoughts and the things that have been exchanged and said. The most pleasant energy to read here is the combination of Venus and Jupiter together. And here for me, it doesn't pertain anymore to any of the characters really, besides maybe this situation where a lot of people here are, or everybody here involved is actually having somewhat of a good time, somewhat of a prosperous moment in their life. Everything is flowing for all three and whoever's involved, if there's more. It feels that that's what is really what's moving. The rest, it feels like someone has really no, how do you say? Someone is out of the equation, and then the rest here is, it feels like it's pressure, but it doesn't lead anywhere. It's like it's only building. Let me end the reading with a major arcana. This reading is crazy. It's not at all what I thought it would be. Thank you for showing up, whoever was here, whoever is passing through. Thank you. Two cards. So you get Death and the Star. Whoever had hope or whatever was dreamt about, I don't like to say it this way. You know, again, a very air energy, air quality to the read where there's something very, how do you say, weak. I'm really going to use the word weak about what is only like saying it's blowing air, right? So that energy feels very weak because it's not solid, whereas there are very strong energies here that feel very solid. Not that they're not very material, but at the same time they're harsh, so they have more power, and that is like a battle here. Like something that is just sweeping in. And it's the Judgment. Again, like the key energy for me in this reading is really the Judgment. We do have Pluto that just ingressed in Aquarius. It feels so Plutonian, right? This is like Scorpio energy, which is Pluto. Judgment is Pluto. I'm talking to you about air. This is Aquarius. This is literally Pluto in Aquarius in card form. It's extremely strong, and it has it does sort of compete, and it does sort of clash with the Venusian and Jupiterian energies that I'm seeing here, that are trying to unfold, that are trying to exist or come together or expand. There's not a clear winner here. I mean, there is a sweeping energy. There will be a judgment. There is fire under someone's ass. There is there is pressure being applied. There is tremendous power here, and yet it feels like it's wasted. It feels like it's a little bit. It's not potent. I mean, it has the potential, but it doesn't really have impact that it should. Funnily, the energy that has the most impact for everybody, which is what I'm saying is so pleasant to read, is everything that is going so well with Jupiter. The momentum and like the fact that things are working out, but in a different realm, right? It feels like two separate worlds. A little bit like what I'm seeing also about having a separate energy that is frustrated, or not to say that it's a person that's frustrated, to say that there's something that's been thwarted versus something that is taking center stage here without really unfolding fully, if that makes any sense to you guys at all. So again, I got lost in symbolism here, which is my typical trait. So hopefully you got something out of this reading. I'm going to close the live now. So take good care, and I'll see you another time. Take care.